Hi S3, I hope you're all well. This is your second task of the week. So exact same structure as always, we have the instructions here for you. So for today's lesson, I want you to watch this video of me going through the lesson, watch the clips on positive self-talk and deep breathing, go to your task sheet which is here, watch the clips in the task sheet and complete your training diary. Now, I noticed a few of us, when Mr. Smith set this task, that some of us didn't complete the training diary. So that is the main thing that I want you to consider and the main thing that I want you to complete. So watch the clips that are on this task sheet and make sure this training diary is completed with how you felt after each approach. So after you watch the positive self-talk, complete the training diary. After you watch the video on deep breathing, complete the training diary and give as much detail as you can. Avoid one-word answers. But I'll go through some examples with you later on. So the presentation for today. What you have covered on Monday is that you have completed the methods of the SCAT test and the SEQ. So the SCAT test being the Sports Competition Anxiety Test and the SEQ being the Sports Emotion Questionnaire. And today, you will have found out some areas that you've maybe got to improve on. So maybe you're feeling quite anxious or there's some emotions that you need to take into consideration to try and develop. So what you're going to do today, you're going to complete a PDP training session by using some approaches to develop what you've found out using these questionnaires. So what you've done this week, you have done stages 1 and 2 of the psychoanalysis. You've focused on factors impacting performance of the emotional factor. I'll replace that. It says, and the features anger, anxiety, fear, and confidence. And you've identified your strengths and weaknesses by using the questionnaires. And what you're going to do now, you're going to use some approaches in your PDP by using positive self-talk and deep breathing techniques, and then you're going to monitor this by using a training diary. And then the only thing you need to do after that before you finish the cycle is evaluate if you felt it was effective or not. Learning intention for today. I am learning to then use approaches to create a PDP and develop the emotional factor. Your success criteria is that you are able to complete your PDP, which looks to develop the emotional features of anger, anxiety, confidence, and fear. Today's task. Recap on what you covered on Monday, complete the PDP, and complete your training diary. That's the main things today. So far you've completed 2 methods to gather information on the emotional factor, the SCAT test and the SEQ. And well done to those that were submitting their questionnaires. It was interesting to see what results you came out with. You're now going to complete 2 approaches to develop the emotional factor. So we're now at stage 3 of the psychoanalysis. Okay, third years. So always think of the psychoanalysis, you're going through the stages. You've just done stages 1 and 2. Now you're going to do stage 3. Your first approach is going to be positive self-talk. Now I've given you a brief description here, how to do it, and I want you to watch this video here of Joe Hart talking you through positive self-talk. He tells you what he does before competition to make him feel better. So positive self-talk is a talking to. It's a very well established way of raising confidence levels. So the performer has to ignore any negative thoughts by telling themselves how successful they can be, should, or will be. So if negative thoughts come into your head, you go through certain phrases in your head, such as, I can do this, or focus, give 100% today. And what I've given you here in this table is the approach, how you organise it, and how you can structure it. So a nice example in here is in rugby, if a team had to play against a bigger and stronger opposition, key phrases might focus on staying positive and continuing to keep trying. So that's positive self-talk. You would roughly do this for 5 to 10 minutes before taking part. And this video here of Joe Hart going through positive self-talk will give you a little bit more description into what it is. Your second approach is deep breathing. So deep breathing is a routine of how you breathe before taking part. This will calm your nerves. So a way in doing this is by the process of breathing in for 4 seconds, holding your breath, and then breathe out for 2 seconds. And then finally exhaling for 4. So that's the sort of routine that you would go through there. And again, similar to positive self-talk, you would do this 5 to 10 minutes before performing. They would breathe in deeply so that the lungs will fill. They would focus on the feeling of lungs being full and not on any negative feelings whatsoever. Then slowly keeping control, they would breathe out for a little at a time. So the approach is deep breathing, this is the organisation, and this is how you would do it here. And I've put in a video here of a Michigan athlete talking you through how he uses deep breathing techniques to calm himself before performance. So you've went through the description of the approaches, now it's up to you to watch the videos to then improving your knowledge on how to use those approaches. This is how your PDP work looks today. So you are going to be going through positive self-talk and deep breathing techniques. Your scenario. So this is your task for today. I want you to picture this. Some of you didn't do this for this questionnaire, so I really want you to do this before you go and complete these approaches. You're just about to perform in a cup final or a final performance in front of huge crowds. Negative thoughts start rushing into your head, which is increasing your anxiety and your fear and decreasing your confidence. What I want you to do is to complete your 5 to 10 minutes of positive self-talk and deep breathing techniques, which are on the task sheet. Then when you're on your task sheet, complete your training diary. And this is how your task sheet works. So you have your training session, so you're picturing that you're just about to play in a cup final or a final performance. Negative thoughts are in your head, you're going to watch this video of positive self-talk and then complete your training diary. You're then going to watch the video of deep breathing and complete your training diary for deep breathing. So a quick recap on how to complete it. So you click on the assignment, the task sheet, click and watch the videos for positive self-talk and deep breathing, both on the slides and on the task sheet. Complete your PDP training session and training diary, which will record your thoughts and your feelings, and then hand in your completed work on Teams. And then after that, third years, you'll then have completed the emotional factor, but you then completed a full cycle of the psychoanalysis for the emotional factor. You'll then have focused on stages 1, 2, 3, and 4 after you've completed today's lesson. So for a quick run through of the task sheet, after I was to complete it here, again, if you're doing it on a laptop, you can just edit the document. So today you're looking at the emotional factor and the features. You're going to be training on Fridays morning, either periods 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. You're going to watch this video here of a positive self-talk session by an American coach, and then you're going to go to your training diary and you're going to record how you felt and why you felt like this. And the same for deep breathing. Either click on the link or just watch the video here and just complete the task sheet. So an example here, after I've done my positive self-talk session, I can then say, I felt a lot more confident as all the negative thoughts in my head were gone after completing this session. And obviously, why did you feel like this? The I can statements increase my confidence so I can go into my final performance with a positive mindset. Now, I've just given you an example here, but you can see here I am logging everything that I'm feeling and why I'm feeling like that. I'm avoiding any one-word answers. We're not looking for any one-word answers, third years. Is there anything you will do differently next time? This can be fairly straightforward. It could either be, I will do the same again before every performance. And that's all you need there. You're just giving me just some justification of what you're going to do next. So, go through the presentation yourself, come to the task sheet, watch these clips and complete the training session after each one, third years. Now, like I just said there, go through this presentation, watch this video, complete your task sheet for your approaches to develop the emotional factor, and then for the next 2 weeks, we are then going to cover the mental and the social factors. And if there's any problems, third years, let us know in the comments or on your team's channel. Good luck.